Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading from Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 21, entitled Instructions by Maharaj Prithu, Text 32. Vinirduta Shisha Mano Malach Puman Asanga Vijnana Vishesha Viryavan Yatangri Mule Krita Ketanah Punar Na samsritim klesha vaham prapadyate Vinirdhuta, being specifically cleansed. Ashesha, unlimited. Manaha, malaha, mental speculation, or the dirt accumulated in the mind. Puman, the person. Asanga, being disgusted. Vijnana, scientifically. Vishesha, particularly. Viryavan, being strengthened in Bhakti Yoga. Yat, whose. Angri, lotus feet. Mule, at the root of. Krita, Kirtanaha, taken shelter. Punaha, again. Na, never. Samsritim, material existence. Klesha, Vaham, full of miserable conditions. Prapadyate, takes to. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. When a devotee takes shelter at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is completely cleansed of all misunderstanding or mental speculation, and he manifests renunciation. This is possible only when one is strengthened by practicing Bhakti Yoga. Once having taken shelter at the root of the lotus feet of the Lord, a devotee never comes back to this material existence, which is full of the threefold miseries. Purport. As stated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Shikshashtaka instructions, by the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, or by the process of hearing and chanting of the glories of the Lord, one's mind is gradually cleansed of all dirt. Due to our material association since time immemorial, we have accumulated heaps of dirty things in our minds. The total effect of this takes place when a living entity identifies himself with his body and is thus entrapped by the stringent laws of material nature and put into the cycle of repeated birth and death under the false impression of bodily identification. When one is strengthened by practicing Bhakti Yoga, his mind is cleansed of this misunderstanding and he is no longer interested in material existence or in sense gratification. Bhakti or devotional service is characterized by Vairagya and Jnana. Jnana refers to understanding that one is not his body, and Vairagya means disinterest in sense gratification. These two primary principles of separation from material bondage can be realized on the strength of Bhakti Yoga. Thus, when a devotee is fixed in the loving service of the lotus feet of the Lord, he will never come back to this material existence after quitting his body, as confirmed in Bhagavad-gītā by the Lord. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. In this verse, the word vijnana is specifically important. Jnana, the knowledge of spiritual identity, that one attains when he does not consider himself to be the body is explained in Bhagavad-gītā as Brahma Bhuta, the revival of spiritual realization. In the conditioned state of material existence, one cannot be spiritually realized because he identifies himself materially. The understanding of distinction between material existence and spiritual existence is called jnana. After coming to the platform of jnana, or the Brahma Bhuta state, one ultimately comes to devotional service in which he completely understands his own position and the position of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This understanding is explained here as Vijnana Vishesha. The Lord says, therefore, that knowledge of Him is Vijnana, science. In other words, when one is strengthened by scientific knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his position of liberation is guaranteed. In Bhagavad-gītā 9.2, the science of devotional service is described as pratyaksha vagamam dharmyam, direct understanding of the principles of religion by realization. By practicing bhakti yoga, one can directly perceive his advancement in spiritual life. In other practices like karma yoga, jnana yoga, and dhyana yoga, one may not be confident about his progress, but in bhakti yoga, one can become directly aware of his progress in spiritual life, just as a person who eats can understand that his hunger is satisfied. Our false appetite for enjoyment and lordship of the material world is due to a prominence of passion and ignorance. By bhakti yoga, these two qualities are diminished, and one becomes situated in the mode of goodness. Gradually surpassing the mode of goodness, one is situated in pure goodness, which is not contaminated by the material qualities. When thus situated, a devotee no longer has any doubts. He knows that he will not come back to this material world. The translation of the verse again. When a devotee takes shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is completely cleansed of all misunderstanding or mental speculation, and he manifests renunciation. This is possible only when one is strengthened by practicing bhakti yoga. Once having taken shelter of the root of the lotus feet of the Lord, a devotee never comes back to this material existence, which is full of the threefold miseries. Hare Krishna. We can see from this verse how important it is to take our spiritual life extremely seriously. Yes. And it's confirmed, actually, these points that we have discussed in our seminar, because we mentioned how important it is to be conscious of Krishna, that this is not just some mechanical process by which we can attain the highest perfection. No. One misunderstandings or mental speculation can be cleansed, and we can manifest renunciation only if we take shelter of lotus feet of the Lord. Yes. When a devotee takes shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is completely cleansed of all misunderstanding or mental speculation, and he manifests renunciation. So this renunciation is not a falgu vairagya or nonsense renunciation shown by immature people, immature even devotees. Because once one devotee came to Prabhupada and said to him, showing his enthusiasm actually, that I want to renounce everything, Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, what do you have to renounce? You don't have anything to renounce. Yes. So we don't have anything. We realize this only by bhakti yoga, that we don't have anything actually. Only thing we have is Krishna. Therefore, one of the explanations, definitions of Bhakti Yoga in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is Ananya Mamata Vishnu Mamata Prema Sangata Bhakti Ityuchate Bhishma Praladodava Naradehi. So, Bhishma, Pralada, Uddhava, Narada all confirm that Bhakti means Ananya Mamata Vishnu, that only Lord is my property. And nothing else. Ananya. Anya means other. And Ananya means not other. No other thing is mine. Only Lord is mine. Yeah. So such conviction is called Ananya Mamata. And it's called Bhakti. This is Bhakti. If you don't have this conviction, that's where's the question of Bhakti? Because then we possess other things. At least we think that we possess them. Yes. And in Christianity, the Lord is called, and in the Bible, so those who recognize Bible as bona fide, they know this, that the Lord is called jealous God. Yes. Have you heard about it? That the Lord is a jealous God? Yes. Yes. We take jealousy as something negative quality, but we say the same actually. The Lord is supremely detached. So if we have other lovers, we can say, as the Lord is not interested in us because we have other lovers. So other desires, other possessions than the Lord means other lovers actually. We are unchaste. So Lord doesn't associate with unchaste personalities. Yes. And therefore Raghunath Das Goswami prays in his Manach Shiksha that these wishes of material desires would be chased out of the heart, because Bhakti Devi, which is Srimati Radharani, will never take shelter of such a heart where there are prostitutes present. Yes. Srimati Radharani doesn't associate with prostitutes. So one who is trying to progress in devotional service, he has to get attached more and more to Krishna's lotus feet. Yes. And we discussed this Gṛhastha ashram and Vānaprastha ashram. And these ashramas are just the formality actually. One should see them like this. That these are formalities just for the society to progress nicely towards devotional service. Yes. But my role is my service. I should take it like this. My role is my service. I don't identify with this. Prabhupada here mentions, as long as we identify with these bodily situations, we cannot be purified. We cannot connect with the Lord. So what's the use of this bodily identification? They're utterly useless and harmful. I consider, yes, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a renunciate, I'm a sannyasi, I'm a brahmachari. This is useless, this thinking. No, this is my position. I'm put in certain position by Lord's will, by Lord's mercy. I'm put in certain body by Lord's mercy. I'm put in certain place of this world by Lord's mercy. Just to advance my consciousness. And I should use whatever facilities I was given for his service. If I have this consciousness and I don't identify with my body, then only I can progress spiritually. And then I can progress from one ashram to the other naturally. We have seen and we have heard how many young, inexperienced devotees took sannyas because of some social prestige of being a sannyasi. And everyone is offering obeisances to them, and they are considered great personalities. And because of this pride, many of them fell down from their spiritual position. So such renunciation is designated or named by Lord Chaitanya himself as Markata Vairagya, or monkey renunciation. He said to Raghunath Das Goswami, who is the utmost renunciate possible, he said to him before he left his family, don't be a crazy fellow and don't express this Markata Vairagya or monkey renunciation. Just stay at home, perform your duties as ordinary materialist, but in your heart be attached to Krishna only. Yes. And he used in different occasions this comparison, how one should perform faithfully his duties like unchaste wife who performs her duties very faithfully, seemingly that she's very dutiful, that her husband wouldn't suspect anything. But in her heart, she's always thinking of her lover. Yes. So this should be our disposition as Gṛhasthas. Maybe we have so many different duties to perform, which are apparently material, but in our heart we should be always connected to the Lord and consider ourselves that we have been sent by the Lord in certain circumstance just to render service to Him. Yes. If we don't have this mentality, we have just different material identifications. This material identification, that material identification. I'm a child, I'm a parent, I'm a Christian, I'm Hare Krishna, I'm this, I'm that. And this is all bodily designations. They have nothing to do with ourselves. Yes. Don't identify socially. Yes. This is for less intelligent. Devotees should be most intelligent. So they should identify as servants. Yes, I'm just a servant. And only with this kind of consciousness one can be humble. And we mentioned that this humble attitude is the key for progression in spiritual life. There is not possible to progress without being humble. And this humble Trinada Pisanichana Taruriva Suhishnana Amanina Manadina Kirtanyak Sadahari is to be more humble than a blade of grass. How is this possible? One would think no one can be more humble than a blade of grass. But we discussed yesterday how the grass is fighting for its existence, fighting for its living space. And if we fight like this for our right, if we fight like this for to convince others that what I believe it's truth, and so on, if I fight for my prestige, fight for my position, fight for anything, fight for my food, yes, you should spare prasad for me. Or this is spiritual community, one considers, I spilled gallons of blood for the welfare of this community, so at least I should be heard, my voice should be heard. And this is material identification, material consciousness. No, you're entitled to nothing. Yes. You should have this disposition. Of course, it's as Lord Chaitanya said, that there are only three kinds of dharma. And this is Namaruchi, Vaishnava Seva, and Jivadaya. Namaruchi means taste for chanting of the holy name. It's impossible to get taste for the chanting of the holy name as long as one is proud. As long as one expects any respect. It's impossible to get ruchi, namaruchi. Yes. How can you get namaruchi if you're not considering the holy name your only shelter? Then you will be sheltered by so many things. Yes, you will seek shelter in to be attracted to the opposite sex. You will seek shelter in appearing a great scholar. You will seek shelter in recognition that you're a very good cook, or anything like this that is important to you. Yes, you can check yourself if you perform anything with the desire to be recognized in any way. Yes. So, as long as one is not humble and the Lord he is his only property, one cannot develop namaruchi, the taste for the holy name. And I mentioned I shouldn't demand anything or expect anything, but it's the duty of other Vaishnavas that they care of other Vaishnavas. And it's, of course, this is also my duty to serve the devotees. Yes, Vaishnava Seva. Without Vaishnava Seva, no progress again is possible. So my focus, my meditation should be, how can I serve? How can I serve? And be happy to be engaged in service. This is not some burdensome duty to serve the Lord and His devotees. This is actually great mercy. Yes. Only if we take bath in the dust from the feet of the devotees, we can progress spiritually. And taking bath in the dust of the feet of the devotees means to serve them with all our heart. Yes, and an understanding that this is actually great mercy, and we do it enthusiastically, not with the sense of duty, that if I don't do this duty, they will not tolerate me in the ashram. Yes. With this fear. There is one devotee in, I will not mention where because everyone would know who is this. Maybe not here, but in other places. Who is quite old from material standards, more than 65. And he has some bodily inconveniences, and his only service is to clean the temple and clean the toilets and so on, for years. 30 or 40 years or something. And he's afraid what will happen with me when I will be not able to clean anymore. Because I'm getting older and older, and he's struggling very hard to clean very diligently the toilets and the ashrams and everything, being afraid what will happen to me when I'll be unable to clean anymore. Yes, this fear shouldn't be there. We should take shelter of the Lord. Yes, the Lord is one who takes care of everyone. Yes, from time immemorial, for every living entity. So why he wouldn't take care of his faithful devotee? Yes, one should have this conviction: the Lord is my only maintainer. Yeah. And this is the central item of surrender. Yes, there are 6 items of surrender. Anukulyasya sankalpaha, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshishati vishvaso, goptrutve varnam tata, atmanikshepa karpani, shatvida sharanagati. Sharanagati means taking shelter. And there are 6 items of surrender. Anukulyasya sankalpaha, that we have strong conviction, strong decision, sankalpa, to do what is favorable for devotional service. I will do that. This is my sankalpa, my determined vow. And the next determined vow is to avoid anything what is distracting me from devotional service, what is not favorable for devotional service. This is second item of surrender. Pratikulyasya varjanam. I will reject anything that is not favorable for devotional service. Rakshishati vishvaso. I have strong faith that Lord will protect me. Yes, this is the next item. Vishwas means faith. Rakshishati means that He will protect me. The Lord will protect me. Goptrutve vranam tatha. And also that the Lord will maintain me in every circumstance. And this is the central item of surrender. Lord will maintain me. So I'm not afraid of anything. Lord will maintain me. And then Goptrutve vranam tata atmanikshepa. I give my heart, my atma, myself completely to the Lord. Atmanikshepa, karpanye, and humbleness, again, to be humble, is item of surrender. Very important. So this humbleness is following us wherever we turn. So we can understand from this how important it is. And then only if we develop this namaruchi and we are completely humble and we have strong faith in the Lord, that Lord will always maintain me, we can become detached and always happy. This is expressed by constant happiness, by constant satisfaction. Yes. One of the austerities, we mentioned this already, I believe, in the beginning of our seminar, that satisfaction is the key of spiritual success. If one is not satisfied, that means that he thinks that the Lord is not intelligent. Because the Lord has put me in certain position. This is for my benefit, utmost benefit. So if I'm disgraced, if I'm humiliated, if I'm put in different difficulties, I should know this is Lord's mercy on me. If I don't take it like this, then I think that I'm more intelligent than the Lord. Lord shouldn't do it like this. he should be more considerate with me. No. Tatenu kampansu samikshamano bunjana evatma kritam vipakam. Hritvakva purbirvidadanamasti jivito muktipate sudayabhak. Only those can achieve prema bhakti who willingly accept every tribulation sent by the Lord. Yeah, and still they glorify the Lord and with grateful heart. Yes. Only if we have such disposition, we are true renunciates and true Gṛhasthas also. Therefore, Prabhupada stressed many times that Gṛhastha should be Gṛhastha sannyasi. Yes. This is true renunciation. We should be sannyasi in all ashrams, actually. We should take full shelter of the Lord. This is true sannyas. Not performing our duties, as Lord Kṛṣṇa explains in the first verse of 6th chapter. Anashrita karma panam karyam karma karoti sasannyasi chayogisha nane ragnikhina chakriya. Yes. So true sannyasi is one who performs his duty with this consciousness that I am just the Lord's servant. This is true sannyasi. And then, yes, this is also true Vānaprastha. I live just to serve. Otherwise, my life is useless if it's not used for service. Yes. What's the use of my life if I'm not serving? Yeah. And I believe he also mentioned this verse that Lord Kṛṣṇa personally said to his friends, what was Etvad Janma Safalyam Dehi Namiha Dehishu Pranar Arthar Dyavacha Shreya Acharanam Sada. Lord Kṛṣṇa had said to his friends that these trees are glorious because if one approaches them, he can get everything. He can get fruits, he can get shade, he can get fuel, everything we can get from the trees. And they tolerate the heat and cold. Now it's extremely cold outside and windy and drizzling. But trees are standing without complaining. And trees are actually glorified also in Chaitanya Charitamrita. How tolerant they are, that we should be tarori vasa hishnana, as tolerant as a tree. And Madhavendra Puri was given as an example of his attitude. He wouldn't even beg for his food. He was such a renunciate that he wouldn't beg for the food. Whatever was given him by someone, he accepted it. But he didn't go around to beg for the food. He just lived from the Lord's mercy. Yes. So this is the ultimate perfection one can achieve, that he's so immersed in Lord's service that he doesn't consider important his survival, actually. But as long as we are not on this platform, we should pray to the Lord to connect with Him on deeper level, on most deep level. Yes. And this prasad will be provided for us, no problem, don't be afraid. If you're unable to perform your service, it will be left without prasad. Yes, Krishna will take care of you, no problem. Don't be afraid. Savai priyate mashatma yato na bhayam anvapi. Iti veda savai vidvan, yo vidvan sagurur sati. It's in the 4th canto of Śrīmad Bhagavatam explained that one who knows that the Lord is his best friend, he's not afraid of anything. And such a person is the real guru. Yes, who is not afraid, and he knows that the Lord is his best friend. Is the real guru. He can explain others what is spiritual reality. Yes. So only with this consciousness and this conviction and great faith in the Lord, we can become Vānaprastha. And the life of Vānaprastha is meant for austerity. Why it's meant for austerity? Because in Gṛhastha ashram, usually people get attached to different material facilities, to different enjoyments, to different comforts. Yes. This is my place behind the table. And yes, I'm attached to this sofa. And so on. So many attachments are there. So Vānaprastha should be completely satisfied with everything. Yes. He should have this consciousness and disposition, mental disposition. I'm not demanding anything. I'm simply satisfied with whatever I get. Yes. This is proper disposition of Vānaprastha, to be satisfied. Everyone should be satisfied, but Vānaprastha especially so. We have these examples from Śrīmad Bhagavatam, extreme examples. We said that the scriptures give us extreme examples just to understand the mood that we should strive for. This Avanti Brahmana, for example, from 11th canto. Have you heard about his story? Yes, he was extremely miserly person, and he collected money, and he didn't spend on anyone, not on his family members, not on himself also. He just sat on his money like a yaksha, like a ghost. And everyone hated him for this. But somehow or other, some thieves came and stole some part of the money. The government took some part of the money of his money. Some unexpected expenses were there, and so his wealth was gone. And he was old, and he couldn't earn any more money. And everyone just rejected him. His wife rejected him, his sons rejected him. Everyone was disgusted by him. And so he ended up on the street, all alone, rejected by the whole world. And he lamented very bitterly for some time. And then he realized that this is great mercy. He suddenly realized that his whole life he was in great anxiety because of his wealth. How to maintain it, how to keep it, how not to spend it. And suddenly now he's relieved of this great burden. And he doesn't care for this wealth anymore. And it's great satisfaction and bliss. He felt great relief. And then he took a vow of silence, and he took shelter of the Lord. But then the Lord put him through different tribulations. He tested his determination. He tested his renunciation very severely. He was beaten by people. He was spat upon by people. He was urinated upon by the people. When he was begging around for the food, and usually people just chased him away because they said, you lost everything and now you pose yourself as a sannyasi just to fill your belly. Get out! Get away, you useless bum. And he tolerated everything. But somehow or other he collected little food, and people came and spat in this food, and he was molested in every possible way. They stole his begging bowl and they bound him in ropes like an animal. I don't know why it bothers with him so much. By the Lord's providence. But still, he was grateful in his heart. So maybe we are not able to tolerate such mistreatments, but we should take example from this Avanti Brahmana. That we should be, at least try to be as tolerant as he was. Yes. Then we can become grateful, really. Then we can become humble. Then we can become detached from this world. Otherwise, we protect our bones only. Yes. We protect what we protect. There is nothing to protect, actually. It's just the whirlwind of some that elements. Yes. So with such a disposition, one can progress from Gṛhastha ashram to Vānaprastha ashram. Yes. And as long as we are attached, it's not possible to become Vānaprastha. How can one become Vānaprastha if he's attached so much to material enjoyments? It's not possible. This is not some command. Yes, now you have to just leave your family and become Vānaprastha. This is useless. He will pollute whole consciousness of other people with his wrong mentality. Such forced Vānaprastha. No. But one should know, it's for my interest, for my benefit that I rise above my attachments. So I should get more and more attached to Krishna. But it's not possible if I don't engage in the process wholeheartedly. If I don't chant my rounds extremely sincerely. And I should also increase my devotional service. Not that I'm just satisfied with 16 rounds and I said, I finished my rounds. Now I can do any other nonsense I want. Yes, I remember one devotee told me that he was in a parikrama with his Guru Maharaj. And he was without his japamala. And Guru Maharaj asked him, where is your japamala? And he said, I already finished my rounds. And Guru Maharaj said, you can never finish your rounds. Yes. So, there is no question of finishing our devotional service. You should understand this. If we have such a mentality, then we can progress spiritually in whatever ashram we are in. Yes. And then it's just natural way. I don't have service here anymore, so I serve there. Yes. I'm just distributing what I have learned, what I have realized. As here it is said by Prithu Maharaj, that It's Vijnana, Vijnana Vishesha. Yes. And Prabhupada translates this Vijnana, which is realization, to be scientifically understanding. Yes, because this realization is experiencing. And experience is a scientific method, isn't it? Yes. So this is not some pretended translation. It's a fact. If one experiences and has realization, this is true science. Yes. Just blind believing is not science. It's actually blind faith. But devotees shouldn't have blind faith. Devotees should realize, and Prabhupada mentions this, pratyaksha-vagamam dharmyam, that devotional life is practically experienced. And then only susukam kartumavayam is possible, that one can become perfectly happy. Yes, as long as we have blind faith, and we follow something because of our blind faith, bliss is not possible. Happiness is not possible. Yes, only by realization the happiness is possible. But there is no way to be realized if we don't go deep in our spiritual practice. So devote your life to chanting and hearing and reading. This is three most important activities in devotional service. Of course, as the gopis in Vrindavan, they have two kinds of services. One is their specific service they offers to Radha and Krishna, and one is to do what is needed. So we also do what is needed, but our specifically designed service is also to hear and chant and read. This is extremely important service. If we don't perform it, it's not possible to advance spiritually. So go deep in your chanting. No disturbance, you should allow no disturbance that comes between you and the holy name. Yes. No conversation, no phone, no anything, no disturbance whatsoever. Just go to the solitary place and chant. And if you don't get up as early that no one would disturb you, just lock yourself up somewhere. That you're not disturbed during her chanting. And just chant. I think Prahladananda Maharaj said that he was a servant of this famous sannyasi. What's his name? He was killed in an accident. Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Yes, Tamal Krishna Maharaj. He was his servant. And he was sent around all the time. He couldn't chant because he was always sent somewhere. Immediately from the early in the morning till late in the evening. So when he was sent somewhere, he took 2 hours to come back. And he chanted his rounds, and then he came back. And he was sent again for some service. So this should be our consciousness. We should just chant our rounds very diligently, with whole concentration, with this deep yearning for connection. Yes, deep yearning for connection. If we don't have this yearning for connection, we will not be able to connect, because the Lord will fulfill our desire. If our desire is to finish my rounds, my desire will be fulfilled. We'll finish our rounds. But only if we have deep desire to connect, the Lord will fulfill this desire to connect. But we have to have this desire. Otherwise it's impossible. Yes. So this is your foremost duty, to chant and to read and hear. If you don't regularly read every day Śrīmad Bhagavatam, it's also not possible to develop this urgent need to connect with the Lord. Because Bhagavatam is the Lord Himself, which gives light in Kali Yuga. So we need light of Bhagavatam to properly understand my connection. Yes. And hear from the mouth of pure devotees is also very important, because their energy, their conviction will also transfer to us. Yes. Therefore, it's so important to have this association of advanced devotees. Hare Krishna. Is there any question or comment? Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much for class. You spoke a lot on the topic of humility.
Yes.
And it seems like humility is a very subtle quality.
Yes.
And that makes it, to me, it seems like it's very difficult to acquire it, because you can't externally perform it.
Yeah.
If you chant your rounds, you can either chant your rounds or not chant your rounds. It's very black and white. And humility, we can externally perform it by observing Vaishnava etiquette, but still we might not feel humble. So where do we get the real deal from, the actual feeling of humility?
Yes. This is the problem of neophyte stages, that they externalize everything. Also chanting can be done extremely superficial, externally, just finishing my rounds. And this is also with humility. We can follow Vaishnava etiquette, but we feel great pride. This Vaishnava doesn't follow Vaishnava etiquette properly, to the book completely. So I'm disgusted with his attitude. Look at me, I know all these details of Vaishnava etiquette. Yes, this can be great danger, and it is, actually. And by the Lord's mercy, we'll be put through different difficulties to become cleansed and to realize that we are helpless. Yes. One, as it is mentioned in Shastra, and Prabhupada also explained this many times, the different stages of disciples. The perfect disciple is one who hears and understands, and does it, and knows the heart of the spiritual master. The second class devotee is one who has to be ordered to do something, and he does it. The third class devotee is one who is ordered, this is explained in Bhagavatam, who is ordered and he does it, but without faith in the instruction. Yes, he thinks, this is useless, but okay, I'll do it. This is third class. And fourth class is one who is instructed, but he doesn't do it, and is compared to a stool of his father or spiritual master. Yes, such a person. Who, although instructed, doesn't perform. So we should at least be third class. Yes, not fourth class. But we should strive to be first class devotee. to hear and understand that this is proper way to be humble and not to judge anyone. As Lord Jesus Christ also said, judge not, lest you'll be judged. Don't judge any devotee. Devotees will have problems, and we also are having problems in spiritual life. This is consequence of being in the material world. Yes, as long as we are not completely attached to Krishna, it means we have a great problem. Even though we may identify as devotees. So we should hear and understand, not judge, not judging anyone, not even materialists. If we judge anyone, that means that we have polluted consciousness. Yes. Only if our service is to correct someone, we can correct them. Or if we really feel some compassion, we can help them in the way it's beneficial for them to hear from us. Or if they can't hear from us, they may be able to hear from someone else. So, but these are, of course, very subtle things. We can tell other people with pretense that we would like to feel good for this person, to feel them everything the best, but we are just gossiping, actually. Depends again on our consciousness. Yes, so this is very subtle, as you said, and therefore we should pray that we should be sincere and not a show bottle devotee. Yes. We should pray for this. And if our prayer is sincere, the Lord will definitely help us. Yes. He will definitely help us. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Yes.
You mentioned a few times about difficult tribulations that a devotee has to go through sometimes, and I wanted to ask: is it like Krishna is doing that, putting a devotee into different obstacles just for making develop this determination to go towards him, to test his sincerity, or are there also some other factors?
Yes, it is said that the gold is purified by putting it into the fire. So we are also put into the fire to be purified. Yes, as we just mentioned, by very nature, by material conditioning, we are proud of so many things, useless things. And as there was one wise man who said, no one knows so many bad things about myself as myself. But there is no one who would have such good opinion of myself as myself. So yes, by very nature of material world, we feel very proud. Yes. Even a pauper is proud of his bag. Do you have such proverb in German? Yes. Yes. So everyone is proud of something. But we have to be cleansed of this consciousness that we are completely insignificant. Once a devotee came to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, I'm the most fallen. I'm the most fallen. Prabhupada said, you're not the most anything. You're simply insignificant. Yes, we are simply insignificant. We should understand this. And as long as we don't understand this, Krishna will put us through different tribulations. Just to understand this. Because this understanding is crucial for our dependence of the Lord. That we can call for Krishna and that we don't depend on anything materially. Yes. Therefore, Queen Kunti prays that only Krishna reveals only to those who are materially exhausted or impoverished. Yes. Like King Prataparudra, he was great king of Orissa. The whole India was conquered by these Mughals, these Muslims, but not Orissa. King Prataparudra was so powerful king that Orissa was not conquered by the Muslims. But when he heard that that Lord Chaitanya is not willing to give him his audience, his darshan, he was willing to give up his kingdom on the spot. What's the use of this kingdom and wealth if the Lord doesn't accept me? If he rejects my company, he shows mercy to Jagai and Madai, but not to King Prataparudra, because he identifies as a king. So I will give up this kingdom, yes, and beg from door to door. So we are put in different tribulations to understand this, that we are not the kings of anything. Not even of our heap of dung. Yes. And if we are not intelligent enough to understand this, then there is a saying that experience is the best teacher. And there is another part of it, that only fools don't learn any other way, but only by experience. So, if we are fools and we cannot understand this, that we are completely insignificant, then Krishna will use the experience as our teacher. Hare Krishna. So, yeah. Yes, it works.
So, what can we do when we perceive temporary confusion in Vaishnava due to material circumstances?
Depends on our role, depends on our position. If we are his spiritual master, we can, again, according to circumstances, if this devotee is surrendered to us, we can be very powerful and smash his ignorance and illusion. But if he's very delicate, and even if you are his spiritual master, we can't tell them very forcefully. We should be very considerate in order not to chase him away. So it depends on so many circumstances. If one is willing to listen to our advice, then we should advise him. And if he's not willing to listen to our advice, we cannot advise him. But in every circumstance, we can be a very good example. If we are a very good example, especially in our sadhana of chanting with concentration, then we will influence others even if they don't want to be influenced. Yes. So, but this is very difficult. It's a humble approach. Usually we want to have quick solutions. We just say something and everything is done, like we would be the Lord. Like there is a Christian prayer. You just say something and your word is enough that everything will be done. The Lord Jesus, I don't know exactly how it goes, but in this sense, I remember. So we are not such a Lord that we can just say a word and everything will be according to our desire. It's impossible. Therefore, we should be humble and pray and exemplary in our behavior, exemplary in our spiritual practices. And then we can influence by our energy, with our spiritual strength. Hare Krishna. Granthara Śrīmad Bhagavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Please accept my